blood of God's saints, the death of God's saints. We're looking at the persecution that God's people are called to go through. Go ahead.
That upon you may come all the righteous blood shed upon the earth, from the blood of righteous Abel unto the blood of Zacharias, the son of Barachas, whom ye slew between the temple and the altar.
See, they killed this brother right in the court of the church because he was preaching the Lord. The Spirit of the Lord came on him. They didn't want to hear what the Spirit of the Lord said. They said stone him right there. And they stoned him right there. Cain killed Abel. So you in line with all those wicked people if you are persecuting God's people nowadays. But then again, if you're going to be one of God's saints, you got to be prepared to be on that side of the coin where you're getting persecuted, where you might end up losing your life. But now let's go to John the 16th chapter. But we're not prepared for that because we done been made to think by these false preachers it's all good and no bad. John 16:1. Jesus wants you to be prepared for this, though. Go ahead.
These things have I spoken unto you, that ye should not be offended.
Go ahead.
That they shall put you out of the synagogue. Yea, the time cometh, that whosoever killeth you will think that he doeth God's service.
You see what Jesus told his people? He said, look, don't be offended. I want you to be ready for this. You haven't heard this message, though. This is Jesus talk. He didn't make you think, oh, the church is going to be doing it good. The church is going to have mega churches. It's going to be flourishing with people, and everybody going to love you because you a child of God. No, Jesus said, don't be offended. I want you to be prepared. They're going to put you out of the churches, the synagogue. Yea, the time cometh that whosoever killeth you would think that he do of God's service. That shows you how brainwashed the people are who believe some false teaching. They think they're on God's side, they're going to kill you. But on the other hand, that shows you that God's saints have to give their life up. Jesus preaching future here, brothers and sisters. Didn't sound like he making you think it's all going to be good. He trying to prepare you for it. That's why this title of this lesson is The Death of God's Saints. Didn't say nothing about the rapture of God's saints, and you don't have to worry about it. Let's go to Luke, the 12th chapter. Luke, the 12th chapter. See, when you understand the way this thing is, that God's people have always been on the short end of the stick and will be that way until he come and take over this world, then you know why Jesus made a statement like this here in Luke 12. Luke 12 and verse 4. Go ahead.
I say unto you, my friends, be not afraid of them that kill the body, and after that no more that they can do.
See, now Jesus is trying to prepare you again. So he's telling you, be not afraid of them that kill the body, but after that, they can do no more. So that means for his friends, it's a chance somebody going to come along and kill your body. But he's saying, don't worry about it because God going to redeem you from death. Have enough faith to believe that. Go ahead.
But I will forewarn you whom ye shall fear. Fear him, which after he hath killed have power to cast into hell. Yea, I say unto you, fear him.
See, he trying to warn you that when it come time to choose who you gonna fear the most, somebody that can kill your flesh and blood body because you believe in God, or you gonna go against God because you fear them. He said, look, you better fear God more. But why make a statement like that if it wasn't a chance for God's saints to get their body killed? Because it is a great chance, brothers and sisters, especially in this wicked world that we living in, and it's only about to get worse. But now let's go to Revelation 2. So he told you, don't fit in it. That's all they can do is kill the body. And that's not easy. Therefore, you have to be prepared so you don't fear when the time comes. But there's no way you're going to be prepared if you listen to a man that's not girding you up to be prepared. That's telling you it's all going to be good. The Lord going to take care of you no matter what. The Lord going to test your faith to see if you really have faith in him. But now, Revelation 2, he going to give you another message. This is Jesus again. One verse, verse 10. Go ahead.
Fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer.
Oh, so he telling you again, don't fear it. But that means you're going to suffer some things if he telling you don't fear none of those things which you're going to suffer. Go ahead.
Behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prison, that ye may be tried, and ye shall have tribulation 10 days. Be thou faithful unto death, and I will give thee a crown of life.
You see what he said? He said, don't fear what's going to happen. I'm going to tell you what's going to happen. The devil going to put some of you in prison. You're going to go through a great trial, tribulation 10 days. But I want you to be faithful unto death. and I'm going to give you a crown of life. How many preachers told you better be ready to be faithful unto death? This is Jesus talking, even down to our days, brothers and sisters. So it's not all rosy and dandy with the church, is it?
No, sir.
We're talking about the death of God's saints. But now let's go further. Let's go back to Daniel. We're going to come back to Revelation. You can keep your finger in Revelation, but let's go to Daniel, the 7th chapter. Because we're going to make sure you understand that this message is good down to our times. One verse, Daniel 7:25. Daniel 7 and verse 25. Go ahead.
And he shall speak great words against the Most High, and shall wear out the saints of the Most High.
Oh, now this is bringing it down to great tribulation, which is going to last for 3.5 years when people think they're going to be raptured off to heaven and don't have to worry about it. But he said, first of all, this Antichrist, that's who he's talking about, he shall speak great words against the Most High and wear out the saints of the Most High. Who told you that? The saints going to get wore out, people. Because the saints don't have no arms. They don't have no army. God got an army, but he's not going to deliver you right away. He's going to come and take over after it's over with. But go ahead.
And think to change times and laws.
So he's going to wear out the saints of the Most High and think to change times and laws. Go ahead.
And they shall be given into his hand until a time and times and dividing of time.
See, 3.5 years the Lord going to let great tribulation go on, and I'm here to tell you there is no rapture. But let's go back to Revelation. Revelation, the 13th chapter. Revelation 13. And we're going to pick it up at verse 5 because we're going to show you what Daniel was talking about. It's the same thing that John talking about in Revelation. He said 3.5 years, a times and a half, the saints going to get wore out. But you done heard you're going to get raptured. You better understand the death of God's saints. 13 and 5. Go ahead.
And there was given unto him a mouth speaking great things and blasphemy.
Didn't we just read that he going to speak great things against the Most High?
Uh-huh.
This is Antichrist. You don't know nothing about this because you haven't been taught the word of God. But go ahead.
And power was given unto him to continue 42 months.
42 months is 3.5 years, brothers and sisters. There's no 7-year tribulation. That's a lie somebody made up. But 42 months is 3.5 years. Just the same as a times and a half. So we're talking about the same thing. Let's see if he's going to wear out the saints as well. Go ahead.
And he opened his mouth in blasphemy against God, to blaspheme his name and his tabernacle.
Go ahead.
And them that dwell in heaven. And it was given unto him to make war with the saints.
Oh, he making war with the saints, huh? The saints didn't get raptured.
Nope.
And to be a saint, you got to keep God's commandments. So maybe if you think you're going to get raptured and you think you don't have to do no works, maybe you're not a saint after all. So maybe you will be okay in this world, but you're going to end up in hell in the end. But now he said, it is given unto him to make war with the saints, and what's going to happen?
And to overcome them.
Oh, he overcoming the saints. Go ahead.
And power was given him over all kindreds and tongues and nations.
See, he got some rule all over the world, but skip down to verse 15 and continue.
And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast.
He going to do some miracles too from Satan. Go ahead.
That the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed.
Oh, he going to cause you to be killed if you don't worship his way. Go ahead.
And he causes all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their forehead.
See, he don't care if you rich or poor. He don't care if you small or great. He don't care who you are. You got to take his mark. And God said you better not take this mark. So who you going to fear, brothers and sisters? But if you don't know you might be faced with this, it's a great likelihood you're going to be faced with it, then it's a great likelihood you're going to give in and fear your life, save your life and end up in hell. So he calls it all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand and their forehead. You're going to have to deal with this. Go ahead.
And that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark and the name of the beast and or the number of his name.
See, you won't even be able to buy or sell, but let's go to the next chapter, Revelation 14. This is going to be a tough day, and as a watchman, I'm trying to warn you of this day. It's coming. There is no rapture, brothers and sisters. Quit believing that lie these preachers telling you. Revelation 14 and verse 9. Go ahead.
And the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast or his image, and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of God, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation.
Go ahead.
And he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence